Welcome back to the Shigeaki Podcast, where we uncover the truth about aging with strength, grace, and clarity. One habit, one insight, and one conversation at a time. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman, and today we're addressing something so common, so visible, yet so misunderstood. Let me ask, have you noticed small brown spots appearing on your hands, chest, or cheeks lately? They didn't hurt, they didn't itch, but they kept spreading. Maybe you shrugged and thought, it's just age. My mom had them too. There's nothing I can do. But what if I told you that's not entirely true? These so-called age spots may not be just age. They may be a warning, and the signal they're sending. Your body is running low on a critical nutrient, one that supports skin repair, pigment control, healing, and much more. That nutrient is zinc. With me today is my co-host, my friend, and truly one of the great treasures of medicine, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, a neurologist who lived past 100, cared for thousands of older patients, and taught Japan how to grow old with clarity, strength, and joy.
Yes, Mark. In Japan, we often say, the skin is the diary of your inner life. When women came to me in their 60s, 70s, even 90s, many showed me these dark spots with quiet concern. They weren't trying to be younger. They simply wanted to feel seen again and to understand what was happening to their body. And over, I found the same thing. Age spots were often a sign of nutritional neglect, not lack of food, but lack of absorbable minerals, especially zinc.
Exactly. And what most people don't realize is this zinc plays a major role in protecting the skin from oxidative stress, the kind that builds up from sun exposure, poor sleep, blood sugar swings, and just the natural wear and tear of living. And after 60, your body absorbs zinc less efficiently. Add in common medications like acid blockers, blood pressure pills, or diuretics, and your zinc levels can fall without warning. The result: age spots that multiply, skin that bruises easily, slower healing from even small cuts, a sense of fragility you can't explain. And all of this quietly gets called just getting old. But that's not the full story.
It never is. I always told my patients, do not blame your skin for telling the truth. When zinc is low, the skin loses its ability to correct damage. Melanin becomes uneven, collagen breaks down, inflammation stays longer. But when zinc is restored through the right food, the right timing, the skin responds. It doesn't become young again. It becomes healthier, brighter, more resilient.
And that's what today's episode is all about. We'll show you the real reasons age spots appear, why women over 60 are especially vulnerable to zinc deficiency, the top foods that restore zinc naturally. Yes, even if you don't eat meat. How to take zinc correctly without nausea or side effects. And why this mineral doesn't just impact your skin, but your muscles, your brain, your healing, and even your confidence.
Because when your body is nourished properly, the outside doesn't just look better. It becomes a reflection of strength inside.
So, if you've looked in the mirror and felt discouraged, or wondered why your skin seems to be changing faster than you expected, stay with us. Your skin isn't betraying you. It may just be asking for help. The kind that starts from the inside. So, if zinc is so important, how do you know you're not getting enough? The truth is, most women over 60 are zinc deficient and don't even know it. They think they're just getting older, but what they're really experiencing are symptoms. Let me list a few brown spots that keep spreading, cuts that heal too slowly, bruises from barely bumping into something, thinning hair, brittle nails, a dull sense of taste, feeling tired even after a full night's sleep. Do any of these sound familiar? Because if they do, your skin isn't the problem. Your body might simply be missing a mineral.
Yes, Mark, and many of my patients were surprised. They thought they were eating healthy salads, fruits, light meals. But in avoiding meat or skipping heavier foods, they were also avoiding zinc, one of the most essential nutrients for repair. Their skin became thinner. Their healing slowed. They stopped feeling solid, and when I checked carefully, zinc was almost always low.
And it's not just about diet. After 60, the body naturally produces less stomach acid. That means even when you do eat zinc-rich foods, you absorb less. Add in medications, acid blockers, blood pressure pills, even common diuretics, and it becomes harder and harder to stay topped up. That's how silent deficiency builds. no warning lights, just quiet decline.
And for women, this often shows up first in the mirror, not just as age spots, but as fragility, skin that bruises too easily, hair that seems lifeless, and the feeling that something's off, even when your blood tests look normal.
Exactly. And here's what I want every listener to know. This is not about vanity. This is not about looking young. It's about giving your body the tools to keep doing what it was always designed to do: heal, renew, protect. And zinc is one of those tools. Without it, everything slows down. But with it, the body responds. Gently, powerfully, quietly.
Zinc is small, but it restores clarity to your skin, to your energy, to your sense of self. And you don't need complicated solutions. Sometimes the first step is simply knowing what to eat and when.
And that's exactly what we'll share next. Coming up, the most zinc-rich foods that help fade age spots, support your immune system, and gently restore your skin from the inside out. Let's get to it. Now that we understand how zinc deficiency affects your skin, the next question is simple. Where do I get it without taking another pill? And I always say food first, because when you get zinc from real foods, it comes with enzymes, cofactors, and fiber, everything your body needs to absorb it gently. The good news? You don't need exotic ingredients or expensive supplements. Let me walk you through 5 foods that are rich in zinc, easy to find in any grocery store, and perfect for women over 60.
Yes, Mark. In Japan, we have a saying, a nutrient from a pill speaks with a whisper, but a nutrient from food sings in harmony with the body. Let's begin with one of my favorites, pumpkin seeds. They may be small, but just 2 tablespoons give you about 2.5 milligrams of zinc. That's nearly 30% of your daily needs. Sprinkle them over oatmeal, add them to a smoothie, or simply eat a handful after your afternoon walk. It's nourishment, not just a snack.
That's a great one. And here's another wild-caught salmon. It's not only high in omega-3s, but also a very absorbable source of zinc. A 4-ounce portion of salmon gives you about 0.6 milligrams of zinc. And when paired with vegetables, it becomes an anti-inflammatory powerhouse. I often recommend this for dinner twice a week, served with roasted Brussels sprouts or a lentil salad. Simple, delicious, restorative.
Speaking of lentils, they are often overlooked, but they are very kind to the aging body. Soft, warm, easy to digest, and rich in plant-based zinc. Just 1 cup of cooked lentils offers nearly 2.5 milligrams of zinc, along with iron, magnesium, and plenty of fiber. In Japan, we often use them in warm soups or stews. But for American kitchens, a lentil vegetable soup or a cold lentil salad with olive oil and lemon can be both comforting and rejuvenating.
And for those who still enjoy a little dairy, here's a surprising one: cheddar and Swiss cheese. Just 1 ounce of cheddar provides nearly 1 milligram of zinc, plus calcium and vitamin B12, which also support skin and nerve health. You don't need much. A thin slice with an apple, or melted into an egg omelet. It's a small touch that adds up over time.
And finally, let us not forget joy. Dark chocolate. Yes, chocolate can be medicine too. A small square of 70% or higher dark chocolate contains nearly 1 milligram of zinc, plus powerful antioxidants like polyphenols. But it must be real chocolate, not sugary candy. I tell my older patients, let your chocolate be rich in cacao and eaten with peace. Enjoy it after lunch. Pair it with green tea. Let it nourish your skin and spirit together.
So there you have it, 5 zinc-rich foods that aren't strange or hard to find. Pumpkin seeds, wild salmon, lentils, hard cheeses, and real dark chocolate. Each one is gentle on digestion, rich in minerals, and simple to weave into your life, no powders or pills required.
And remember, it is not about perfection. It's about consistency. A little zinc each day is better than a high dose once a week, because your skin is not asking for miracles. It is asking for steadiness, for care.
And that's what we'll focus on next: how to build a gentle, sustainable daily zinc routine with the right foods, the right timing, and smart combinations that help your body absorb it better. Because when it comes to aging skin, you don't need to fight time. You just need to feed what's been forgotten. So now you've got the foods, The next step is building a routine that actually works day in and day out in real life. Because here's the thing, knowing what to eat is one thing, but knowing when and how to eat it, that's what turns nutrition into healing. Let's walk through a simple zinc-rich day for someone over 60.
Yes, in Japan, we don't teach patients to count nutrients. We teach them to build rhythms. Just like breathing, your body needs a steady flow of minerals, not too much at once, not long gaps without. So the goal here is simple: small amounts of zinc-rich foods spread through the day in combinations that your body can actually absorb.
Let's begin with breakfast, one of my favorite combos. 2 eggs with sautéed spinach and olive oil, plus a slice of whole grain toast topped with a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds. That gives you 3 to 4 milliliters of zinc, healthy fats to aid absorption, fiber, and antioxidants to support digestion. And best of all, it's ready in under 15 minutes.
For lunch, I recommend something warm and easy to digest, such as lentil soup with vegetables, a boiled egg on the side, and a slice of sourdough with melted cheddar cheese. This combination provides plant-based and animal-based zinc, vitamin C, from vegetables, which boosts zinc absorption, comfort, and satiety without heaviness. I always told my patients a warm lunch gives the body permission to repair.
In the afternoon, when you want a light snack, go for something that nourishes both the body and soul. A small piece of Swiss cheese, a few apple slices, and 1 square of dark chocolate 70% plus. It's delicious, easy, and together gives about 2 milliliters of zinc plus magnesium antioxidants and a smile.
And for dinner, keep it simple and clean. Wild salmon roasted or pan-seared, with steamed broccoli and sweet potato, and a splash of lemon juice rich in vitamin C. This not only helps skin recovery overnight, it also supports melatonin production for better sleep and hormonal balance.
Now, let's talk timing. Here are a few tips to maximize absorption of zinc. Always pair zinc with protein or healthy fat. This improves digestion and uptake. Avoid calcium or iron supplements. At the same time, they compete for absorption. If taking a zinc supplement, do it with food, never on an empty stomach. Don't rely on one big zinc meal, spread it gently throughout the day.
And most importantly, don't stress. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to be consistent. A few zinc-rich choices each day, paired with rest, hydration, and joy, will do more for your skin than any cream on a shelf.
That's the key. The best skincare routine doesn't start in the mirror, it starts in the kitchen. And in our next segment, we'll show you how to take zinc as a supplement safely in the right form and with the right dosage for your age. Because for some people, food isn't enough. And for others, it can be the missing link to real transformation. Okay, let's say you're doing your best. You're eating pumpkin seeds, lentils, wild salmon, but your age spots are still spreading, or your skin still bruises too easily. That's when it may be time to ask, is food enough for me, or do I need a little more help? And the answer, especially for many women over 60, is often, yes, you might need a zinc supplement, but only if you take it the right way.
That's true, Mark. In my clinic, I often saw women who were trying so hard, eating clean, taking their vitamins, and still struggling with skin issues or slow healing. When we tested, their blood zinc was low, not dangerously low, but low enough to cause real symptoms. That's because after 60, the body's ability to absorb minerals declines. Even when the diet is good, nutrients don't always make it into the bloodstream.
So, if you're considering zinc supplements, here's what you need to know. Recommended dosage for women over 60, between 15 to 30 milligrams per day, ideally under medical supervision. This range supports skin health, immune function, and tissue repair without risking imbalance. More is not better. In fact, taking over 50 milligrams per day for a long period can cause problems like depleting copper, upsetting your stomach, or even impairing your immune system. That's why dosing matters.
And so does the form. Not all zinc supplements are created equal. Some are poorly absorbed, others cause nausea, and a few are almost useless for aging digestion. These are the 3 forms I trust most for women. Over 60 zinc picolinate, highly absorbable, gentle on the gut. Zinc citrate, well tolerated. especially when taken with meals. Zinc bisglycinate, chelated and very bioavailable even for sensitive digestion. All three are excellent options and more effective than zinc oxide, which is common but poorly absorbed.
Timing is important too. Always take zinc with food, preferably after breakfast or lunch, never on an empty stomach. Taking it alone can cause nausea or cramps. And avoid pairing it with iron or calcium supplements at the same time they compete for absorption. If you take a multivitamin, check the label. You might already be getting some zinc, but often not enough.
And remember, supplements are not shortcuts. They are support, especially for those who have reduced appetite, eat very little animal protein, have gut absorption issues, take medications like acid blockers or diuretics. If that sounds like you, a gentle daily zinc supplement may help your skin heal, reduce age spots, and restore your sense of resilience.
One last note: balance is everything. Zinc works best when the rest of your nutrition is steady enough: protein, antioxidants, and hydration. And it's not just about skin. Zinc helps with memory, immunity, muscle strength, and yes, even mood. So don't think of it as a beauty mineral. Think of it as a rebuilding mineral.
Because aging does not mean fading. And when your body is given the right tools, even small ones like zinc, it remembers how to heal.
So many women look in the mirror after 60 and think, this is just what aging looks like. There's nothing I can do. I'm fading. But what if that's not true? What if those age spots, that thinning skin, the slower healing, aren't signs that you're breaking down, but signs that your body is still trying to repair and just needs a little more support? Because your skin isn't complaining, it's communicating.
Yes, in all my years, I've never seen the skin lie. It may wrinkle, it may bruise, it may darken, but always it tells the truth. And what it often says is this: I am working hard. Please help me heal. Don't give up on me. I have not given up on you. Zinc is not magic, but it is a kind of memory. It reminds your skin how to renew, how to protect, how to recover.
And the best part? You don't need expensive creams. You don't need a complicated routine. You just need a few zinc-rich foods, a basic supplement if needed, and the belief that you still matter. Because you do. No matter your age, your skin deserves nourishment. Your body deserves restoration. And you deserve to feel strong, steady, and seen, inside and out.
At 100 years old, I still believed in care, not for vanity, but for dignity. Because when you care for your skin, you are not chasing youth. You are honoring the life that skin has carried. So listen, feed it, and give it the minerals like zinc that let it remember how to shine again.
Thank you for spending this time with us. If this episode spoke to you, if it helped you understand your body a little better, please share it with another woman in your life, your sister, your daughter, your friend, or someone who's quietly struggling with the signs she's been told are just normal. Because we believe aging doesn't have to mean disappearing. It can mean rebuilding with knowledge, nourishment, and small daily care.